the door, take you to the street. Turn up the heat, we're working up the sweat, yeah. I'll show you something that you won't forget, It's time to let the curtain rise. We're gonna shake the room, we're gonna hold the night. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the knockdown, drag out, stand up, get loud? This is how we get down. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? It's time to let the curtain rise. We're gonna shake the room. We're gonna hold the night. Are you ready? 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 Are you ready for the knockdown, drag out, stand up, get loud? This is how we get down. Are you ready? Are you ready? For those of you who've never seen the greatest the world has ever revered, I'd like to introduce myself. Let's go! I'm out here making them mad, cause I got it. Too good at being too bad, cause I got it. Stop reaching and being sad, cause I got it. I just got it, yeah. I just got it. Whoa, can I get a minute, can I get a second to introduce myself? Whoa, y'all two start like Velcro. Will I fall back? Hell no. It's how they made me. Yeah, drive crazy. Got it, baby. Not a maybe. Wait, my ego was bigger than that. I'm forgetting. I figured they slack. Was up on a mission to get it all back. Look at the facts. Look how far they came. I can't never go back. I mean that. I know y'all seen that. If not, why scream back? Get that picture. Man, that perfect picture. Sick, cause I need that. I told you. I'm too real. Man, that's how I feel. I swear that's how I feel. Like my heart was made to stay on me. I'm too real. Y'all need to nail. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like a king that's on the rail. Whoa, I'm the one that got the swag. I'm the one that got them sad. I don't do this here to brag. I just got it. I'm the reason why you mad. I'm the reason why they blast. I ain't even trying to brag. I just got it. I said, please don't call my phone. You should just leave me alone. I did this here all alone. I just got it. I can show them how to act. Put my soul up on a map. Keep it real and that's a fact. I just got it. Yeah, welcome to the realest. I said, welcome to the top. Check the clock. Think it's by the time to give it all you got. Cause if not, I said, watch your back. Cause I might take your spot. Let it drop. This the big league. Yeah, the cream of the crop. Think you top shelf. Sit you down. Laying on the floor. Just keep for myself. I'm winning. Oh, wait. Who is keeping score? You can hate me. I could give a damn about some feelings and games me. You feel it, then you know we could relate me. I'm too real. Man, that's how I feel. I swear that's how I feel. Like my heart was made to stay on me. I'm too real. Y'all need to nail. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like a king that's on the rail. I told you, I'm out here making them mad. Cause I got it. Too good at being too bad. Cause I got it. Stop reaching and being sad. Cause I got it. I just got it. Yeah, I just got it.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I actually just got in the hot seat. Hopefully, everybody had a great Labor Day and you are ready for a special event. Robbie Kennealy, who was a good friend of ours in the West Coast in the world of iRacing, had an incident happen a couple of weeks ago where his racing hauler and racing shop was burned, sadly. And this is a benefit race for him. We want to thank LSRTV. We want to thank Reaper Speed Labs. There's a whole bunch of people that we want to thank along the way in making this event happen. This is a special event. This is obviously there's some money on the line. Yes, don't get me wrong, but this is a special show. I literally just got back in from being on the road for 6 days. And this was one race that definitely I wanted to be a part of because it does mean a lot to me to help out a friend of Robbie Kennealy. Before we go any further, I just want to make sure we have the name correctly. because I do know they sent it to me earlier today. It is the Reaper Speed Lab RK Robbie Kennealy benefit race presented by LSRTV and Tom Denchel Automotive Group. I'm Wesley Outland. Joined alongside is Samuel Dyer in the production chair, as always, for Rocket Media and LSRTV is, of course, Charles Wooten. And we want to thank, again, Reaper Speed Lab and Tom Denchel, LSRTV, for producing, making this race happen. Samuel, being a West Coast guy, I know you probably heard a lot about this in the news. And I do want to also say Greg Rentz kind of helped get the ball rolling for this. And unfortunately, he's not with us tonight. We wish we would have had a three-man team. Hopefully very soon that'll happen. But Samuel, man, take the special out of the way. Take what we're trying to do to help a friend out of the way in the virtual world. We're still going to have an awesome race here tonight at Irwindale Speedway.
Oh, yeah, completely. It's going to be a fun race here tonight. Irwindale for 101 laps at this less than a half a mile course. It's going to be a fun short track racing while we're in the super late models. And, looking at the field here, Wesley, big thanks to all the drivers, as the drivers to be entered had help with the GoFundMe account to be entered in. But yeah, like you said, it's all about helping everyone else. But when you take that all aside, tonight it's about the racers and helping with the benefit. And also the driver that wins, $100 to their pocket.
That's exactly right. And these guys, good friends, all gathered together all across the U.S. of A. here tonight to do this benefit race. And again, we want to be really thankful to what Reaper Speed Labs, Tom Denchel Automotive, LSRTV, even though we're a production broadcast company, everybody has been so excited to want to do this event. In doing so, Samuel, you have a 50% fuel cell. 101 laps. Caution laps do count. And I think that's going to make things go a lot quicker. But I think these guys, you got the best of the best in super late model racing. They're ready to go. I think this should be a really good race here tonight.
Yeah, it really should. I've been watching the board all throughout practice, and you keep on seeing new drivers besting one another. So, the pressure's on for a lot of these guys to have an amazing night racing, because for 101 laps, where with it being a 50% fuel load, we're expecting there to be a pit stop at some point. Tires, there's no limit on tires, so the drivers can come in if they wanted each caution, get a fresh set of tires, and try to cut their way through traffic. But those are the different mind games that we're going to be expecting to see here tonight, of when you want to come in to top off with fuel, when you want to take tires, and how many cautions are we really going to be seeing here tonight. Short track racing, you never know if you're going to be having a ton or very few. So that's going to be all the questions we're expecting to be answered here tonight.
Not going to lie to you. One more sim race tonight. Got a radio show for Finish Line for Fox Sports Radio tomorrow, and I am sleeping in. I am putting my phone on Do Not Disturb for at least, Samuel, 48 hours. Charles Wooten, do not try to contact me. We are ready to go here, though, and when we come back, we're going to take a look. And by the way, I hope everybody had a great Labor Day holiday as well with your family and your loved ones, and we got a great show here tonight. Again, this Reaper Speed Lab Robbie Kennealy benefit race presented by Tom Denchel Automotive and LSRTV. When we come back, we are going to take a look at the Race on Texas 411 race information, a little bit more information about the drivers, the sawblade.com weather conditions, and then we get everybody gridded on that Team 126 Racing starting lineup, and we go to racing for a good friend of the virtual iRacing world, Robbie Kennealy. Our benefit race continues when we return on your home for sim racing, LSR TV.
This is our series.
So many different pieces that you have to watch out for.
Where the stakes are always higher.
$300,000.
Where virtual meets reality.
How bad do you want it?
They're wasting no time getting at it.
Where the best thrive and the flawless win. This is the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series.
Welcome back to coverage here on LSRTV. I'm Wesley Outland, Samuel Dyer alongside. Let's take a look real quickly on the bottom left of the monitor for the sawblade.com weather conditions on the bottom right, if you will. And you have the temperature at 78. Track temp is almost 30 degrees at that 107 degrees. Partly cloudy skies and the wind speed at 2 miles an hour. Before we go to the race information calendar, Samuel, really unique weather conditions. Temperatures in the upper 70s and virtual California. That's going to be kind of interesting here tonight.
Yeah, Southern California weather's very nice. Weathers that are used to be seen around the fall time. So, for a lot of these drivers, excited to see cool temperatures ambient-wise, but track temp 107. That means it's going to be hot, slick. Drivers going to be focusing and also keeping their head on a swivel, as this course can get tricky at times. And seeing a couple of moments during practice where drivers getting loose out of the corners, and that's something we're going to be expecting to see as we're under warm-up for these drivers, and then we'll get ready for 101 laps.
And speaking of the information, let's take a look at the bottom left of the Race on Texas calendar. There it is. Race information 411 30-minute practice is done. They think they're having one more little session here before qualifying begins after warm-ups. There's a warm-up scuff session going on right now. Then we qualify, and then we go for 101 laps. And by the way, the reason why we are running 101 laps is because Robbie Kennealy's car in real racing, and even in iRacing, Samuel, was the number one car. Well, obviously, we can't have a one-lap winner take all, crash and bash him demo derby. 101 laps for him, and that is in his honor for his family and, of course, the driver as well.
I mean, imagine though, Wesley, if we really did a one lap dash, did that 100 times, each race was $1. I mean, that would be a very interesting night to watch for these drivers. But yeah, it's 101. And looking at the overview of the racetrack, Wesley, this course, two different courses. They're going to be using the Outer Banks for tonight, the longer course, a little bit under a half a mile. And then you've got the inner course, which is going to be our pit stalls for tonight's race, where drivers, we're expecting them to come in there for repairs, as they've got 2 fast repairs for tonight's race, and also for tires and fuel. At least for fuel one time. Tires, that's up in the air on how many times drivers really feel like they need to get fresh rubber, because if we get any type of long run pace, might see some drivers be tempted to come into pit road. But if we get a lot of cautions just rapid fire on top of one another, I'm expecting these drivers to try to stay out as long as possible.
Yeah, understanding that we're just minutes away from getting these drivers into position and ready to introduce the starting lineup for this event. We want to again thank Reaper Speed Lab. We want to thank Tom Dinchell Automotive Group. We want to thank LSRTV for doing this event. It's a benefit race for Robbie Kennealy. Hope you've all had a Tuesday, great Tuesday, a great Labor Day as well. And we're looking forward to this one. By the way, don't forget, this is one of 2 broadcasts this week. We're back in the broadcast booth, Samuel Dyer and myself, on Friday night for the playoffs of the Northwest iRacing ARCA Series, the Northwest iRacing ARCA Series. And they're going to be looking forward, Samuel, covering the playoffs. And I know I can't do all of them all the time, my friend, but I did say I would try to commit to when I could. And that is my intention. And I look forward to being there with you on Friday after I announce a football radio broadcast. We should be ready to go. It should be fun. It should finish in time, and we'll call that race together.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one for sure. The start of the playoffs for the whole entire Northwest iRacing series. So starting off with the ARCA, then you go to Cup and Trucks, all going to be at Indianapolis Road Course to start off their playoffs. But Wesley, it's time to start tonight's race.
Ready to go here, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't raced in no time. Cue up that music, Mr. Engineer. And it is time for the Team 126 Racing starting lineup. Row 1, Alex McCollum, one of the best in New Jersey in late model for iRacing on the pole. And the outside, also in the 51, Virginia's Ryan Matthews. Row number 2, we'll find Dustin Mombercat of the number 16 to his outside from Rhinelander, Wisconsin. He's here. Parker Redslap in the number 2. Row 3 on the grid, Cole Cabrey in the number 20 to the outside. Trevor Edwards in the number 32. Row 4 on the grid will find Devin West from Shelton, Washington to his outside, Justin Laxton in 53. And around out your top 10, Riley Duncan in 97, Marcus Smith to the 19, top 10 here at Irwindale.
Row number 6 going to be finding Kyle Keller with Dan West Jr., father of Devin West. We'll see if Dan West can find himself cutting through the field, starting in the middle of the pack. Row number 7 going to be finding that of Jonathan Schaefer, with also Aiden Kizzer going to be to his outside for the 71 and the 22 in row number 7. Row 8 going to be Cody Moorcroft as well as Aiden Moore in the 72. Row 8 looks to be a good one. Row number 9 finding that of Mario Ercolini as well as Stefan Hassett, and finishing out the rest of the racing grid going to be Ryan Norden and also Cody Wooten in the booth. Oh, you're on.
Yeah, he got disqualified. He failed post-race, pre-race inspection, and race director Will Duvall wasn't having none of it. So he at least does get an honorable mention for attempting to try to do multitasking, producing, and try to do the iRace at the same time. 101 laps. Fuel window was around 50%. Caution laps do count. However, there is a shootout if need be, and the pace car is in. For our friend of iRacing, Robbie Kennealy, the start of the benefit race at his home track, Irwindale. We are green, underway here. 101 laps at Irwindale. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a virtual iRace. Matthews up on the back straightaway, getting things started here. Falling back is McCollum. McCollum down below the bottom of the racetrack, if you will, Samuel. Look at the way they were fighting the bottom as Matthews and McCollum and Retzlaff, your top 3. Momberket's up there in the early going.
Yeah, drivers going to be finding a lot of different lanes to use. You're going to see drivers currently fighting to get onto the apron and get as low as possible to that yellow line, the breaking point of the grass in the race course. But that apron going to be the key for the through 3 and 4. But 1 and 2, drivers will much more prefer the middle lane. Get a little bit out of sorts there, saved by Parker Retzlaff. But honestly, Retzlaff and Momberket, those are 2 drivers that were really the ones to watch out for. We got to see them a ton during the summer bash for the American iRacing League. Expected to see big things from that of the 2 and the 16, as up front, our front 4, they're just trying to pull away from the rest of the field.
And how about that finish, Samuel? We'll never forget as we got a yellow flag caution over the speedway. We'll take a look at the Pulse Poppers Fishing Lures instant replay to find out why we're under yellow flag here in the early going at Irwindale. First caution of the race with Ryan Matthews out in front. Going to watch this 91 and 28 right there beside each other. And possibly that might have happened in front of them. We're going to watch that Monster Energy 91. And there you see, oh my goodness. And that's Stephen Hassett and Mario Ercolini, Super Mario, I always called him on the American iRacing League. Also part of Bennett, the Elite Media number 41. And Mario Ercolini putting us under caution here.
And just showing how loose you can get getting back onto the throttle. I mean, these super late models got a lot of horsepower under them. Very easy if you get onto the throttle too soon to get yourself loose, feeling out of sorts, and spinning yourself around. And that's exactly what happened. And really Hassett nowhere to go for the 91. Just a complete victim of the circumstances in front of him.
Seven of 101 laps. Boy, they tick these off very, very quickly. I'll be honest, these laps can really go by fast, Samuel, if they get on the whip and actually race nice and do really well here. And that's the case, what we're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, up front, everyone was really playing nice, quite well for themselves. You got to really get to see how these drivers want to attack each and every corner. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, very different on how you want to attack each and every corner. I mean, we got to see the apron is the key part to try to see who can get the best run out. But I'm wondering, with these 101 laps, who can really build up the grip on the outside through 3 and 4 and get these massive runs in the front stretch. But when you're short track racing, there's sometimes just not enough of a straight line for you to build up enough speed to really make that momentum. So some of these guys are running high through 3 and 4. their goal might be just to stay low on the apron through that corners of 3 and 4.
Well, the lights are still on the pace car. So we're trying to get everybody back assorted in the right direction. You've got Stacy Matthews out in front. We'll see what goes on here. Ryan Matthews, Alex McCollum, Dustin Mombercat, Parker Retzlaff, and Riley Duncan, the top 5. Cole Cabry, followed by Riley Duncan, Devin West, Justin Laxton, Marcus Smith, and Jonathan Schaefer. By the way, guys, Jonathan Schaefer, Samuel, is a real late model racer. He's a good friend of mine. Runs on the Cars Tour. By the way, they're going to be in action at Tri-County Motor Speedway in Hudson, North Carolina. And Jonathan Schaefer also getting ready for Martinsville in a few weeks in the Valley Star 300. Green flag back in the air. We're back underway here at Irwindale. 3 wide. Shift out of the groove goes Matthews. Here comes McCollum. Retzlaff now. Mombercat on the outside. We got cars sideways out of turn 4. They'll hold it together. No caution. We're still green as they work off the corner. Mario Ercolini, though, got slung like a rag doll.
Yeah, drivers further back making contact. There were 3-4 wide back there, but luckily all staying straight. No yellow coming out, but we saw that huge puff of smoke. A very scary scene as, oh boy, drivers getting loose. Got to watch out of that outside wall.
And the caution is out. We got trouble. And a replay coming up of what happened here. Caution is out. My. Second one. Cautions breed cautions, if you will. And that's exactly what we are seeing right now. Samuel, your take on it, bud?
Yeah, I mean, coming in 91, just coming in way too hot. Try to get on the brakes and just locked up the brakes and spun that rear end around, and a solo spin, bringing out caution number 2. Drivers got to be careful, though. They bring out too many cautions in a row. Race control is already notified saying, hey, if you bring out too many cautions back to back, we're going to have to put everyone single file on the next restart. So drivers got to be careful on if they're going to be making making too many moves. But a lot of that smoke that we saw forcing drivers into pit road, as you see there on the inside, trying to get your pit stops done. If you stay for a full fuel pickup as well as for 4 tires, there's a chance you could be going a lap down with how fast these drivers just pace around this course.
Yeah, I think suffice to say the smart thing to do is to pit under caution. Don't try to pit during a green flag run. And bottom line is you better take advantage. Take advantage of these cautions, if you will, to come down to the pit, Samuel, because if not, it might hurt you. It might hurt you. So you got to be smart. We're 14 of 101 laps in. Lights are still on the pace car. We will step away. Our benefit race for our friend, Robbie Kennealy. When we return on LSRTV, proud to be your home for sim racing.
Every customer, every single time, needs to get our very best. From moment one, my goal managing a team here in the dealership is to make sure that that customer's experience is the very best that they've ever had. We expect and demand total transparency. There should never be a time in that transaction where the customer is wondering or not quite sure of what they're buying or what they're paying or those sorts of things. And having that transparency and doing things the right way is super important.
Hey, it's Wesley Outland on the set of the Bull Ring on Speed 51 TV, but I also want to remind everybody that you can keep up with coverage of esports with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, the American iRacing League, S&B Cup Series, and so much more on your home for sim racing, LSR TV. Of course, remember, you can watch it, and then you can listen to it on CRN, the Community Radio Network, at wearecrn.com. Check us out when you can.
Jumped all over her glasses the other night. Lights off of the pace car. 1 to go, indication being given. Welcome back to our coverage of the Robbie Kennealy Benefit Race. Samuel Dyer, Wesley Outland here with you. It is presented by Reaper Speed Labs, Tom Denchel Automotive, and LSR TV. Pace car coming in. Lap 17 of 101 laps. And Samuel McCollum will try the outside on the restart for the third time. Matthews catfishing on the bottom, and we're back under green at Irwindale.
Oh, a beautiful crossover move, immediately putting that in McCollum on the inside. He's got the preferred lane heading to 3.
Outside Matthews up the racetrack. Here comes McCollum. Good field of these cars. The super late models powering their way down to the inside. McCollum on the bottom. Here comes Matthews on the outside. Side by side for that position, and the leaders make contact. Leaders make contact. Matthews down below. McCollum up high. Open up the door for Momberket. And Parker Retzlaff. And you know what happened, Samuel? They just jumped in the pond. Everybody was diving in, and now we got a caution on the speedway. Trouble for the third time, and it is with, I believe, Murray in 72.
Yeah, it's going to be Aiden Murray in the 72, but I think that's the best thing for our leaders. They were getting really dicey there for a second. It's usually Pole Popper's instant replay, but man, they were just a couple of laps from just taking out one another up front, as we'll watch and see what happened to the 72 machine.
Watch it, come out of turn 4. 4 wide, looking at 4 wide, and bounced off Aiden Murray. Nowhere to go for 72. Down into turn 1. Honestly, if any damage, it's on the right rear of the 72 car of Murray. He'll might be able to continue along here, Samuel. No harm, no foul, unless he flat spotted the tires on that car.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of crinkle on that right side, but it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, we know short track racing, it's really not about the cosmetic. It's about making sure your toe and your steering is still straight, as well as you got full power in your engine, and you got still a shot to run well. But that looks like just a little bit of cosmetic damage on that right side. So expect to see Aiden Murray try to cut his way through, but we're now seeing drivers. There are 3-4 different lanes that drivers are trying to place themselves, and they're finding speed in certain spots. But man, has it been dangerous seeing these drivers making these moves, because we're seeing drivers washing up, moving onto the high line, which a little bit of a factor goes to the weather. We were touching on the fact that it was extremely hot. The track temp was. That's why we're seeing a lot of this slipping and sliding.
Anybody pitting yet, you think, Samuel? What do you think, bud?
I believe Aiden Murray has pulled it into pit road to get service done for the 72. Probably just getting a check dialed in. Okay, how much repairs do I really need to take right here? And do I need to get anything more? Maybe burn off one of his fast repairs. The drivers have 2 to work with. So with all this contact we're seeing of our leaders, the biggest thing is you don't want to lose track position, because you can repair this car, but you do not want to be placed further back in the field, because you can just see it is hard to make any type of passes.
Lights are off for the pace car. We'll get ready to go back for the restart, by the way. 1/4 of the way through. 3 quarters remain. Ryan Matthews, Parker Retzlaff, Alex McCollum, Dustin Bomberket, Ronley Duncan, Devin West, Dan West Jr., Marcus Smith, Trevor Edwards, and Kai Keller. Top 10 of the restart box. Green flag back out here at Irwindale on the inside. Here comes Matthews. McCollum back there. Here comes Wisconsin's cheese curd man, Parker Retzlaff. He also competes on the ARCA Series, the ARCA Menards East and West Series. I believe he's getting ready for Bristol coming up this week, in 2 weeks actually. And another caution, Problems 25 in the wall. That is West. Dan West Jr. And another car looks like he was down to the inside. And we go into the caution again. Wow.
Yeah, they were 3, almost I think 5 wide at one moment there on this restart, back in the middle of this field. And you're going to see the white and blue of Dan West Jr. already 3 wide, almost 4 wide. Then they go 4 wide, and coming out of the corner, it's dangerous racing. 1 bump, 2 bumps, and there they go. And just an accordion effect into 3.
Yeah, it's one of those things there. Man, oh man, I'm telling you. Nowhere to go off of that corner. Caution is out again.
If anything, showing to us 4 wide is not a safe thing to do here at Irwindale. Yes, there is room to possibly go 5 or 6 wide, but
don't fill
the
up
way
their
these
head,
drivers
because that's
are
false
surging up,
information.
it's dangerous.
Yes, it is. That is hashtag fake news. Do not go 4 wide. Do not listen to Samuel. He said
I mean, there's enough
3
room
wide,
to go
maybe.
6 wide.
You might get away with going 3 wide, not 4 wide. It's a wide track here at Irwindale. We'll step away. Back with more. The Robbie Kennealy Benefit Race on LSRTV. I'm missing our music. I like my music. Welcome back as we are back here at Irwindale. Looks like the lights are off on the pace car. And we'll get ready for a restart. Samuel, what's your take of things, buddy? Opening quarter of the race so far. It's been kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, even my dog's interested in what's going on.
Who let the dogs out?
Yeah,
Who let the dogs bark?
Oh, he's right outside my window, just making a hoot, that's for sure. But it's been fun watching these guys. It's just going to ramp up. There's money on the line here tonight.
Green flag back out. Here with Irwindale and back to the whip. And again, on the restart down into turn number 1 and 2. Back straightaway, Parker Redslap, open that door. He's there on the back straightaway into 3 inside below the bottom of the apron. Down to the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Redslap. On the outside, inside Matthews. Here comes McCollum. They're going to go 3 wide for the lead if he can get there. Nope, he's falling back. Problems in turn number 2 on the back straightaway. Momberket, Keller, Edwards losing ground, top 5, and Matthews leads off 4.
I mean, our front 6 all running clean, trying to get single file out, but it's that of Parker Redslap on the outside, getting to the quarter panel of Ryan Matthews. Matthews, since he has joined the server, he's been the fastest car during practice and continues to be the fastest car. The question is, who's going to be the second driver? Because Redslap and McCollum, they've been quick, but Momberket is also slipping and sliding behind him.
Raising money here for Robbie Kennealy. And Robbie Kennealy Racing, if you'd like to know more on social media, make a donation if you can. You know, the tragic event there. A couple of weeks ago, I think it was. Was that what we're talking about? And this race being put together again by Reaper Speed Labs and LSRTV. Tom Denchel Automotive Group. We're on lap number 36 of 101 laps. This benefit race towards our friend Robbie Kennealy. A special Tuesday night show here on your home for sim racing. 36 of 101 laps, working lap number 37. Hey, by the way, we just had a caution with him a few moments ago. You see the green bar on the bottom in 19th? The green bar represents our drivers that are in the playoffs. And the man out of Shelton, Washington, Samuel Dyer, is in the playoffs for the Northwest Cup and Truck Series. Make sure you check them out when you can on LSRTV and CRN, the Community Radio Network. Next Monday and Wednesday night, the playoffs at the Indianapolis Road Course. Going to be a fun time at the world's greatest road course in America.
Oh, it's going to be a fun one, that's for sure. This whole entire week, all getting set up with the ARCA cars, and you got the Cups, the trucks. It's going to be a fun week for the Northwest Series.
Battle cam, there you go, we're on board. Look at these cars battling there to the inside. 32 to the bottom. And boy, oh boy, McCollum right there in that mix. Trevor Edwards is up there. Mombercat falling back as he gets passed on the inside by the 97 of Riley Duncan. And look at these awesome sights and sounds here for those that are watching the battle cam. Look at all these drivers fighting and clawing. We're not at halfway yet, Samuel, but they're really getting after it here. You got to wonder, too, when are they going to pit? As now there's contact as Duncan has got into Mombercat.
If Mombercat's just being bullied around, this 16 recognizing he's got to get low. Here he comes, going to be battling back, but that's the tough thing of being on the inside is when you get back on the throttle, you got to make the decision. Do I want to bully the car, push him out of the way to make the move, or do you just want to be patient and let off so you don't run into one another?
Cross the start-finish line, and we got a caution again. You had to wonder if it was going to come undone, and there's yellow flag. I think it's the 71 of the number 80 machine, actually, Cody Moorcraft. And Cody Moorcraft with some serious damage on the right front of that Elite Media number 80 machine. Samuel, we go under yellow flag again.
Yeah, we're going to see exactly what happened to Cody here in the 80. Moorcraft really was trying his best to be running in the middle of the field, battling for the drivers that were around 13th place, and just got on the throttle. I don't think he realized that there was a driver on the outside and then got the help to get fully spun around.
Cars are on the pit lane. Some drivers that are taking advantage of pitting, 4 tires and fuel. And remember, Samuel, it's probably best to just go ahead and do so right now as you are still almost around 55, 56 laps to go. We're just shy to halfway.
Yeah,
and there
this
you
is
see the
interesting
16 of
because
Mombercat on the pit lane. Go ahead.
we had 3 drivers initially coming in, that being Dustin Mombercat, Justin Laxton, as well as Smith coming in. Those 3 drivers came in a lap earlier than this giant pack that just came in. Practically the rest of the field coming in after those first 3.
So under the caution flag, another yellow flag here, leaders coming in. And here's the thing, Samuel, we cover a lot of races, especially for Cup and Truck, ARCA on iRacing broadcast, where normally they come down to the pit lane and 12, 13 seconds, bing, bang, boom, they're back onto the pits, onto the track. The way these super late model iRacing cars are set up, they go through like a real pit stop, real damage repair, real setups. It doesn't take 12 seconds to change 4 tires, add the fuel. It's like a regular 35, 45-second pit stop like you would see at your short track races across America, like Irwindale Speedway.
Yeah, I mean, you got, instead of having, 6 members of a team coming out, getting the service done, getting out there for some of the higher level of Cup cars, you now got to be patient and wait. And it takes anywhere from 18 to 25 seconds on these pit stops. Real factor is on fuel. I mean, if you are fully out of fuel, it will take 25 or more seconds to get service done. As we're watching the 16 losing positions because of those 3 drivers that I noted on that pitted early, they actually believe might have gotten told to loop back off and drop to the back. That being that of Mombercat as well as Smith and Laxton. They're going to have to fall back. They're going to be falling to around 13th on and back for those 3 drivers.
If you'd like to make a donation, I believe there is a link that's posted on our broadcast on our page. If you are not familiar with the whole situation, Robbie Kennealy and his family have an awesome racing team located in Madera, California, which is just adjacent to Irwindale Speedway. And he races here a lot. He also runs at Madera Speedway. There was a fire at his race shop where his race toter, camper, trailer, race cars, and race shop was completely burned to the ground. And though nobody perished, thank God nobody perished, you still got to pick up the pieces, if you will, or, sweep the ashes away, Samuel, and try to carry on. And we've done this benefit race to try to raise some money for him. And in addition to that, also just let him know that people in the virtual world that were thinking about them. You know, it's amazing the friendships you build with not just people in real life as it's halfway in this race, but also people that we spend time with on the iRacing simulator, Samuel, as we get ready to come back to green on lap number 50 complete, working lap 51 this time by. Your thoughts on that as they come to speed?
Yeah, I mean, it's been awesome to see the community completely come together. I know right when we got the news, that's when we got to work getting this benefit set up. And oh boy, almost 4 wide for that of second place. 3 wide for
Oh my
fourth.
goodness, it's going to go 5
continue to
wide.
race on.
No, 4 wide. Come on, guys. Try to make a double cheeseburger out of nothing. Let's go for a triple. They go down, below the apron. Look at that.
Oh,
no. Hold on. McCollum and Momberg Cat, and we're wrecking trouble. 51 around of the 91. Hassett goes around, and the caution is out. Number 91, Hassett around, and the yellow flag will fly. Man, oh man.
Yeah, I think the drivers might be messing with us. As, I think Hassett as well as Schaefer both running 91s here tonight when you got 2 drivers that love the same number. And here is our American Pools blimp view of the madness up front that just carried on through the whole entire field.
I heard that. Man, watch this again. And we're going to go back in the booth here as we're halfway through this race in just a second. As yellow flags are out here. Hey, and we're back up here in the broadcast booth. And Samuel, we're halfway. I worked out perfectly. We go to halfway. We have another caution. The opening 50 laps have been like that, though. Some caution flag, green flag runs, then some trouble on the racetrack. But, again, so far, some really strong cars at the front. I can't really pick who's going to win this thing right now because right now anyone in the top 10 sincerely chance to be the winner of this benefit race.
Yeah, I mean, in those first 40 laps, you could just say Ryan Matthews, he was the top dog. He was going to win this thing for sure. But we knew that pit stops was going to be a factor that could change where drivers were going to be placed. And that's exactly what happened. Ryan Matthews currently in 4th place. And he's got a lot of work to do because we've seen drivers trying all the different lights. I mean, trying all the different lanes to try to get themselves up front. But man, certainly it's going to be a lot of work if whoever's going to win this race right now. Dan West Jr. doing what he needed to do.
There is a link posted on the social media page of the broadcast if you want to make a donation. If anyone's watching and make a donation towards the Robbie Kennealy family. Green flag back in the air here. Working lap 56 of lap 101 in this benefit race. Want to send a shout out to Arnold and Elizabeth Trent. Arnold and Elizabeth Trent. They're actually getting acquainted for the first time with iRacing, watching my social media page. I got the chance to meet these awesome racing fans on Sunday afternoon, or Sunday night actually, at Cherokee Speedway in Gaffney, South Carolina. And they're now becoming fans of iRacing. They say, and I quote, "This is pretty cool. It seems like the real thing." And that just goes with the great work that Charles Wooten and everybody at Rocket Media, Jeff Stabnow and the production crew have made LSRTV the only 4K broadcast as Retzlaff gets into the door slam of West. And again, as I was saying, the only 4K broadcast is on your home for sim racing. Samuel Dyer, that's LSRTV. And it was awesome to meet Elizabeth, Arnold, and the kids. And here we go again on lap number 60. This is a heated battle, Samuel, for that number 3 spot right now on the racetrack.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see how Red Sun gets into the grass and just finally takes out Devin West.
And there you go.
Nowhere to go for anyone else.
McCollum is wrecked. The 49 wrecked. Caution is out. You knew it was bound to happen. 72, Aiden Murray, second time. He has been involved in an accident, and the caution is out. Second time, again, for Aiden Murray. Second time in an accident. Let's take a look at that Pulse Poppers instant replay. Watch this go on here. Retzlaff down below the bottom, and he got door slammed by West. West goes around Aiden Murray, and it blocks the path on the bottom of the apron, if you will, Samuel. nowhere for any of these guys to go.
No, not at all. And you can kind of see that building up. Parker Retzlaff wanted to get by Devin West for 3 laps there. And, this is something I was touching on before we went live. The fact that these drivers have 3 fast repairs, they can get more aggressive, recognizing, hey, I can always go back into the pits and get myself into a situation where I might be able to get aggressive, a little bit more bumpy, and move drivers out of the way as a couple of drivers into pit row to get service done. Wesley, I'm expecting this aggression level and drivers moving one another, using that chrome horn a lot more as we're past halfway. Remember, $100 on the line to the winner. We've already seen on LSRTV a paycheck that was earned with a last lap, last corner move. We'll see if it happens here tonight.
And speaking of that series, the S&B Cup Series, hopefully we'll be able to be back with them very, very soon. There was and I missed it. I would have loved to have been here, but I hate that we had a falling out. There was a falling out between a sponsor and the S&B Cup Series, and now they're trying to take off for a couple of weeks to pick up the pieces, if you will. Sounds like lyrics to a song, and try to find a way. No, it's an old 70s song. It just shows how old I am. So, pick up the pieces. Anyhow, shut up, Charles. Anyway, we are under the yellow flag. Him is bothering me. We go to commercial break. We'll come back with more. 64 of 101 laps from Irwindale. The Robbie Kennealy benefit race continues on LSRTV. Your home for sim racing from Irwindale. Back underway here at Irwindale, and we're back under caution. Went back to green, and then a caution. And you got the starting lineup music playing under yellow. It just worked out perfect. Why did you cut the music off? It was setting the theme for what's going on here. More cars are coming down to the pit lane for sure. We're under yellow flag again. My goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the 97 of Riley Duncan that we saw. It was a lot of damage on the front end for that 97 machine. We do have one driver that has been in pit road and might be calling it a day, that being Cody Moorcroft, who in the 80 saw get involved in a couple of incidences. Might be done, but Wesley, we try to go green as the drivers are racing to catch up to the pace car. Wouldn't be surprised to see a lot more of those quick wrecks happen.
Green, caution, green, caution, green, caution. Oh.
Do you like playing red light, green light?
We love it. Some of us do, I guess. I'm just happy to be here. I'm here so I don't get fined. Oh my goodness. Anyhow, pretty interesting race. One of the best, by the way, is race directing. And I say that humbly, in all honesty. Will Duvall is in the house. He's on the race director role. Greg Rance, wish Greg could be here. Not really sure where the status is on Greg and things. I know he's got work going on and other things happening in life. But you know what? So do I. And so does Samuel. And, I heard that song on the radio today. Once upon a time, I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling apart. I don't feel like singing. I am too tired, Samuel. It has been a long 6 days. You call it Labor Day? What Labor Day for me? Seriously. And then I'm supposed to be leaving it for Eldora on Thursday or Friday, so... By the way, for those that are watching, if you're in the virtual iRacing world or if you want to get into the iRacing world, get involved with Reaper Speed Labs for this event. Reaper Speed Labs virtual setups are 20% off. ReaperSpeedLabs.com for more information. Robbie, Kennealy benefit race continues on. We're down the home stretch with 30 laps to go. Presented by Reaper Speed Labs, Tom Denchel Automotive Group, and LSRTV. Field has been decided to be single file for the remainder of the race. Green flag. Let's see how long it'll last, though, Samuel. There, go back to green in turn 1.
Yeah, that is the biggest question because these laps are ticking away. Because the caution laps count, this race has gone away in a blink of an eye. Right now, it's Ryan Matthews, Parker Retzlaff our front 2, but it is a hornet's nest for all the drivers third on. Back is a 3 wide, and more contact going to be made.
Oh, trouble. Hold on, Kaiser. Kaiser saves it. Kaiser saves it. Nardone will go around it. Kaiser will save it, though. Keller's around. And we will hold it together. No caution. My goodness, that could have been calamity there. By the way, we haven't given a full field rundown this entire race as we hit the final 25 laps or so. Ryan Matthew leads. Parker Retzlaff is second. Trevor Edwards third. Cole Cabry is fourth. Alex McCollum is fifth. Dan West Jr., Ryan Nardone, and Aiden Kaiser, Kyle Keller, Dustin Momberg-Ked, and the yellow flag is out again, as I believe Hassett or Moorcroft has gone around in 91 and 20. And another caution here. Man. Here's your replay.
Keep on, just getting a little aggressive. I mean, you gotta get aggressive at this point. Only the winner is getting a prize here. So for drivers that are up front, they want to be doing everything they can to get moving forward, and just the small little bumps here or there as the car slid down that, I believe, one of the drivers that had to go into pit road, but oh man.
Another yellow flag here. Samuel, I don't see anybody pitting. I think you've pretty much got what you've got for the remainder of this race. And Ryan Matthews got a pretty strong car right now.
Yeah, at this point, drivers pitted around the window where they knew they were going to be good on fuel, even if they went into extended overtime period. So drivers, they don't need to come in for fuel. The only reason you really want to come in is for fresh tires, but we haven't ran enough green flag laps for you to even think about trying to give up that track position, because if you get put anywhere from 5th on back, it is still not safe there. But man, Wesley, looking at this field, I don't even think the leader is safe at this point with the way that we've been seeing these drivers racing.
So under the yellow flag here, they'll set them up again. Crazy race here down the stretch as we are approaching what will be the final 20 laps coming up. 22, I believe, 22 to go. And 23 to go, actually. My apologies. Matthews, strong car. He's been up front. Parker Retzlaff right there with him. Some new drivers up now that we've not talked about for a while in this race. Cole Cabry's up there. Dan West Jr. had problems. He's got back up 6 positions before the last caution of the top 10. Aiden Kaiser, Kyle Keller. While we see other drivers that are kind of lying in the weeds being patient, Samuel. One guy I mentioned is like Devin West, Aiden Murray, Jonathan Schaefer. They've been in the top 10, top 12. When is it go time? When do you start coming to the front? That's the question. We're coming back to green here out of turn number 4 with 23 laps to go, Samuel, at Irwindale.
Oh boy, Ryan Matthews, great launch once again, and he kept himself quarter panel be able to block off that Parker Retzlaff from trying to do a crossover move, but Retzlaff on the backstretch trying to get a better run. We'll see if it can dive it low, and here comes the 42.
Here comes calamity as well as Dan West Jr. gets sideways. 2 and 3 wide as they come across the stripe. We're working 20 laps to go next time by here at Irwindale, the Robbie Kennealy Benefit Race. As now Matthews up the outside. He'll clear Retzlaff. Now the battle for the third spot continues as Cabry's there. Edwards is there, and the caution is out. Big trouble up in turn 4. One in the fence. It's Dan West Jr. and a couple of other cars as well. I believe it's Dan West Jr. Man, oh man, he cannot get a break. And he told me, he warned me, Samuel, Wesley, don't vote for me. I think we know why.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of confidence coming in for the 25 crew into this race, but certainly I think he kind of surprised himself and surprised most of the field with the way we've been seeing him run, as seeing drivers sideways, slicing and dicing. It's just little bit bumps, and the 28 up into the wall, almost wall riding. But Dan West Jr. getting the worst of it for the 25 crew.
Absolute craziness for sure. And we go back under the yellow flag again. Don't forget, tomorrow night we're off. The SMB Cup Series is off. Also, the Northwest iRacing Truck Series presented by Tom Denchel Automotive Group. And speaking of Tom Denchel, here is a word from our sponsor as we get down the home stretch. 20 to go, under 20 to go at Irwindale on LSRTV, your home for iRacing and sim racing proudly.
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, right? Our Ram trucks, truck of the year, amazing trucks. We have fun Jeeps, and then the exciting Dodge and Chrysler products. Lots of performance there, lots of excitement there. They've done a great job in really creating a full scope product line that could suit everybody's needs. Whether it's a family vehicle or a fun vehicle or a utility type vehicle or a big truck, we've got it all for our customers.
Hey, it's Wesley Outlet on the set of the Bull Ring on Speed 51 TV, but I also want to remind everybody that you can keep up with coverage of esports with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, the American iRacing League, SMB Cup Series, and so much more on your home for sim racing, LSRTV. Of course, remember, you can watch it and then you can listen to it on CRN, the community radio network at wearecrn.com. Check us out when you can.
Green flag back in the air, 17 to go at Irwindale. Just back at the restart with the pace car in. Matthews pulling away. And a shootout coming up with Cabry down with the number 2 spot. He's in that 71 car. Retzlaff for the 42. McCollum is back there along with Edwards. Top 5, and Samuel. Matthews might have needed this restart. He got a good clear jump away from the field. It's working with 15 to go off 2.
Yeah, I mean, Cole Cabry, this whole entire race seems like for the 20 team, it's all been about keeping himself out of trouble. He's been slipping and sliding earlier in the first half of this race. He's found his comfort and also a rhythm. We'll see if the 20 machine can make his way forward, but it seemed like the only driver that was competing and really pushing Ryan Matthews to put down some fast laps was Parker Retzlaff, but the amount of contact we've seen the two have all race long could be catching up to him. A caution in the back.
We got one upside down, holy cow, on his roof. I want to say it's the driver of Justin Laxton, number 53. Justin Laxton, and it is now official. He has called it a race. Keep an eye on that number 53 Elite Media machine. His Chevrolet getting up and over. They're 3 wide again. There is some contact probably, and that's what sent him flying upside down. Look at this right in front of the 5 of West. That's Devin West. And right into the 71, into West, into the Ute tire barrier. And he goes upside down on his lid. Let's ride on board with the driver, shall we? On the 53, on another replay, an extended replay. And by the way, I'm understanding that it's not the 5 of Devin West. We got 2 5s on the racetrack, and I don't know who the hell it is. Watch this. Listen to this. Watch this. 71 into the 5 Chevrolet. And then around goes upside down his world. Here it comes. Listen. Oh. Well, you turned my head right round. Samuel, under caution, bud.
That was all he wanted to do. He just felt like wanting to be a turtle upside down. Had no
Yeah.
no way of unflipping himself.
He just said, let me be. 11 laps to go here at Irwindale. We will let you know as they come to 10 remaining. The lights are off for the pace car. Here they come for the restart. Ready to settle this in. Hurry at Irwindale. Into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Matthews pull it away. Yes, sir. Come on, Samuel. Here we go. Battle for second.
Got to build up that aggression if you want to catch up to Ryan Matthews. That's all you can do at this point. And for Parker Retzlaff, he's gone to the inside. Expect to see Parker just bully his way up to second at this point.
That blue number 71 on timing and scoring, and it just irks the hell out of me because it's not right, is Cole Cabrey. Cole Cabrey is in the blue 71 car. Timing and scoring has him in the 20. And I'm understanding that red number 5 is actually the 91 of Hassett. Well, we don't know then. Okay. 8 to go here at Irwindale, the Robbie Kennealy benefit race. Turn 4 off of turn 1. Matthews leading the way. Alex McCollum in second. Parker Retzlaff third. Samuel, some of the best of iRacing simulator, super late model racing going at it here down the stretch in the Robbie Kennealy benefit.
Yeah, I mean, right off the bat, it's been all Ryan Matthews since the drop of the green, but yellow coming out.
And this will probably put us into overtime as the caution is out. Riley Duncan going around the orange 97 machine. They're going to possibly try to get this back going again before the scheduled distance ends. If not, we go to overtime. We're at 6 to go. All right, so now we're at 5 to go. So I'm thinking, Samuel, can we get back going at 4 to go, 3 to go, 3 to go maybe?
It's possible. iRacing
and the 72, Aiden Murray into the 97 car. And that's the machine of Riley Duncan, and that's why we're under caution.
Yeah, I mean, the question of can we get going before we get forced into overtime, it is certainly possible. Race Control have been getting updates from iRacing that have set up to where Race Control actually can push the start sooner than just letting iRacing just default go. So with Race Control, they might be able to force it and turn this thing into an inside regulation 2 laps to go, or even sooner than that. It kind of matters on when the field is finally all collectively together, and here we go.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Told everybody to get the heck out right into the way. Pace car, get out of the way. Just like dirt track racing. Spin, get them back going, get them back in position, and we're ready to try to go to the scheduled distance. It'll be 3 laps to go, and if we have a caution this time, we go to overtime. Matthews out in front, McCollum on the outside. Retzlaff is there. Here comes Cabrey. That's also around Edwards, back straightaway. It is Matthews, Tyler Matthews out in front. Hold on to it, Ryan Matthews off turn number 4. 2 to go at Irwindale in turn 1, Samuel.
Yeah, that caution might have just hurt McCollum, but he's got a second try here. Try to get a little bit closer, but he needs to have one of the best turns 3 and 4. Get on the bumper, so he's got a shot here as they're coming out of turn number 4.
Don't think anybody can get to him as Ryan Matthews will hold on with CRN 1 to go. One more lap to go. The CRN 1 to go, presented by WeAreCRN.com. Back straightaway. Ryan Matthews, Alex McCollum, one more time down below the bottom. Can't catch him. Winner of the Robbie Kennealy benefit race. We done it for you, my friend, is Ryan Matthews in 51. New Jersey's Alex McCollum will finish second. Wisconsin's Parker Retzlaff will finish in third. And the rest of the field coming across the start-finish line. Samuel, that was a pretty fun race. What do you think?
Oh, man, that was gone in a blink of an eye, it felt like. I mean, a lot of hard racing. We saw 4, 5 wide at times, but the driver that dominated during practice, qualifying, and honestly, most of this race, Ryan Matthews, no surprise to see that 51 up, able to burn it down here tonight.
Celebration is on. Down trackside, and they are burning them up here. What a great race And when it's all said and done, Ryan Matthews picking up the win for this event here tonight. The Robbie Kennealy Benefit Race presented by Reaper Speed Labs, LSRTV, and Tom Denchel Automotive Group. Here's a look at the unofficial results. By the way, don't forget the Northwest Cup and Truck Series kind of helped out with this event, so that's why you kind of see in the graphic there. Reminding you the playoffs begin on Monday and Wednesday with the Cup and the Truck Series, but the unofficial race results here. Ryan Matthews is the winner. Alex McCollum is second. Parker Retzlaff third. Cole Cabry is in fourth. Trevor Edwards fifth. Dustin Momberket will finish in sixth. Jonathan Schaefer, real late model racer, getting ready for Martinsville in 2 weeks in the Valley Star Credit Union 300. He finishes seventh. Marquis Smith is eighth. Mario Okolani, Super Mario, ninth, and Kyle Keller, Samuel Dyer, your top 10 here tonight at Irwindale.
Yeah, and seeing our top 20 in 11th, going to be Ryan Norden. In 12th, going to be Dan West Jr., Riley Duncan, in 13th. With that of Stefan Hassett,
Guys,
going
we'll
to
be with you. Stand by.
14th.
I'm sorry, Samuel. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
As we're seeing Aiden Murray in 15th, Devin West in 16th, 17th going to be that of Justin Laxton with Aiden Kisler, as well as Cody Moorcroft. And our favorite producer, not able to start the race, but certainly had a great time watching from the booth, it's Cody Wooten.
And the reason why is he failed pre-race inspection. Not once, but twice. He said... We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll grab a word with our top three. We'll come back up top side in the booth so you can see our ugly mugs again with Samuel and myself. Wesley Dyer, of course, Rocket Media, Jeff Stabnow, Charles Wooten. Great job as always. The only 4K broadcast on iRacing. It's on your home for sim racing, LSRTV. More details at livesimracing.com. And, of course, we want to thank Reaper Speed Labs. We want to thank also Tom Denchel Automotive Group. And here is a word from our sponsor. We'll be back to grab a word with our top three here from Irwindale.
Hey, it's Wesley Outlet on the set of the Bull Ring on Speed 51 TV. But I also want to remind everybody that you can keep up with coverage of esports with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, the American iRacing League, S&B Cup Series, and so much more on your home for sim racing, LSR TV. Of course, remember, you can watch it, and then you can listen to it on CRN, the community radio network at wearecrn.com. Check us out when you can.
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, right? Our Ram trucks, truck of the year, amazing trucks. We have fun Jeeps, and then the exciting Dodge and Chrysler products. Lots of performance there, lots of excitement there. They've done a great job in really creating a full scope product line that could suit everybody's needs. Whether it's a family vehicle or a fun vehicle or a utility type vehicle or a big truck, we've got it all for our customers.
This is our series,
So many different pieces that you have to watch out for.
where the stakes are always higher,
$300,000.
where virtual meets reality,
How bad do you want it?
They're wasting no time getting at it.
where the best thrive and the flawless win. This is the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series.
Welcome back to coverage on LSR TV, the Robbie Kennealy Benefit Race presented by Reaper Speed Labs, Tom Denchel Automotive, and of course LSR TV, Rocket Media Productions, Jeff Stabnow, Charles Wooten on the production side of things. Thank you also to Greg Rentz for helping to make this event happen. Samuel Dyer, Wesley Outlet here with you. What a good show it was. We're going to grab a word with our top three here, and Ryan Matthews is the winner of this inaugural event, and in doing so, he pockets $100. Now, again, this is a benefit race, so, some of these fans that are watching, you have a link there. If you want to click on it, you want to make a donation on the GoFundMe to help out Robbie Kennealy and his family, please do so. You know what? I'll be honest. We are really looking forward to hopefully getting a response from him and his family in returns of this race because I know there was a lot of people in the iRacing community that really wanted to jump on board and be a part of it. We are going to now grab a word with our top three, and we'll grab Ryan Matthews here in a minute. But first off, we'll talk the third place driver, the driver out of Rhinelander, Wisconsin. I know he's getting ready for ARC at Bristol in a couple of weeks. I look forward to seeing you there, buddy, out of Rhinelander, Wisconsin, number 42, Parker Retzlaff. Parker, I would normally say I'd be talking to you in Victory Lane, man, but this was I know it was a benefit race, but this was a damn good competitive field of drivers that were here on this Tuesday night event.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good competition in this race. I don't race this car as much as I used to, so I was kind of not as used to as I do Road to Pro every week now, and that's kind of my main focus. So I kind of came into it a little bit rusty, and that's where they got me tonight.
I mean, Parker, we saw that you had to cut your way through the field a couple of times after lap 44's pit stop, but we saw the aggression from you. What about this race just made it feel like you could be as aggressive as you were?
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to win. Me and Robbie have been really close friends since he got on the sim, so I really wanted to win this race for him, and we were talking throughout the whole race, so I wanted to win it for him.
Well, I'll tell you what, elaborate more on Robbie Kennealy. And of course, you guys have beaten and banged and ran some special iRacing events along the years. Samuel was just talking about it. But Parker, what does it mean for everybody as these iRacing community? And I said this in the broadcast when we came on the air. We might not know each other from Adam. Sometimes people like me and you know each other because you're in a real racing world and our paths cross. But there's a lot of guys and gals out there in iRacing that you build relationships with them. You build a friendship with them, and you've never even laid face to them. You never would even know them in person if you didn't know what they look like. And Robbie Kennealy is definitely one of those people. What does it mean to be one of the people that are a part of this benefit race to do something like this? And do you think we could definitely see more like this in the future for other people that have growing pains and things go on in this crazy world called life?
Yeah, I mean, I think the benefit races for iRacing, I mean, for iRacers is a really cool thing, and I try to do as many as I can. But I met Robbie when he was just getting on the sim, and he was a really nice kid, so I started to give him setups and just tried to help him up through the ranks.
All right, buddy. Sponsors, thank him. And hey, am I going to see you at Bristol in a couple of weeks?
I'm not sure if we're going. I'm not really sure what the plan is yet.
Okay.
But I have to thank Ponzi, EcoTrex, Iron Horse Loggers, Grill Ads, my parents. I know they're watching, and everything they do for my real life racing and my sim racing, and everyone who put this whole race on for Robbie, and you guys for broadcasting it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, of Rhinelander, Wisconsin, that is the driver of again, Parker Retzlaff. He'll finish in the number 3 position. Second spot going to New Jersey's Alex McCollum, from late models to legend cars and even virtual simulator iRacing as well. He is a talent. Alex, it's always good catching up with you, buddy. And your take of second place. This race was very eventful. You had a couple of crazy moments of some wild saves to stay in the game. Are you happy with the second spot?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I don't know what Matthews was thinking. He tried wrecking me down the backstretch. I don't know. That's the only way I think he could have beat me. But no, I'm just messing. But Matthews ran a good race. But I like busting his chops, so I had to give him a little crap. But,
He's only playing,
of
people.
Course.
He's only playing. I promise. He's only playing. Go ahead.
Yeah, but at first when we all pitted, I entered too fast and got speeding, so that kind of set me back. I had to restart 17th. Got to pick my way up through the field, but I got the second on the last restart, but it was just too late.
Yeah, I mean, Alex, you were right there. You were kind of close enough if you wanted to full send it and go for the win there. Was there ever a thought that came up of possibly trying to give the bump to Ryan to get the win here?
Yeah, me and Ryan were in Discord, and I'm like, should I move you? Should I move it? And he was silent, so I'm like, yeah, I'll just let him have it.
Well, Alex, what did Robbie Kennealy mean to you, buddy, and doing this race, especially for him in this fit?
Yeah, this means a lot for him. I mean, it sucks what happened. Nobody should go through that, but glad we went through this race and helped him through it. But Robbie's a good kid. I knew him as soon as he got an iRacing. He was a really good kid.
All right, buddy. Well, second place, before we let you go, thank your sponsors. And I got an extra segue to that. Am I going to see you down at the Snowball Derby, buddy, in December, Pensacola?
Probably not.
Oh.
I just gotta thank 09 Motorsports, McCall Manufacturing, Studio 10 Reps. You guys putting this race on for Robbie. It was a good race, and glad we could do this for him.
All right, buddy. There you go. New Jersey's Alex McCollum finishing in the number 2 position. And by the way, just like I said, just like Parker Retzlaff, just like the second place finisher, Alex McCollum, the winner, all these guys, Samuel Dyer, are real race car drivers as well as iRacing Motorsports simulators. We go to victory lane for the inaugural winner of the Reaper Speed Lab, Robbie Kennealy, benefit race, the driver of the number 51 of the 051 machine out of the Commonwealth of Virginia. I believe it's Manassas, right near Dominion Raceway. I'm looking forward to going there in a couple of weeks with the Smart Modified Tour. Man, Ryan Matthews, congratulations. What a great moment for you. You've won some races on the Sarah Series, sometimes on the American iRacing League that we cover on Monday nights, but I know this has got to be a special win for you.
Yeah, 100%. It was a really cool race to run, and glad to be a part of it. And like Alex said, it really sucks. It's really unfortunate to what happened to Robbie. So, I'm here to do anything to help him out and help out his family. I couldn't imagine going through that deal. So, besides the race, I want to donate that $100 to win to him and his family. I really think he deserves it. And honestly, I think anybody in this field that would have won would have donated to him. So, I think that's a good move. And but overall, the race is wild. With the unlimited sets of tires, it definitely threw in a pit strategy there, and we were able to play it out right and had to work our way through the field a little bit there, and ended up coming out on top.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan, we got to see a lot of the drivers trying to get by you on the restarts. How was it trying to defend yourself from all the drivers that were doing crossover moves and some that were just trying to work on the outside to get by you?
Yeah, it was difficult. The race control said that we couldn't go until after the last billboard, and at that time, the green flag comes out immediately. So it didn't really give me an option on when I could go, and it definitely made the double file restarts interesting. And I had to hold off Alex McCollum and Parker Retzlaff. Like you said, they're trying to throw it on the inside and roll the top on me. And this track is one of the few tracks that you can do that on here in this car. So it was interesting for sure, and it was really tough holding them off. But we were able to just get the cautions at the right time, I guess you could say, and keep the lead and be there for the end.
Robbie Kennealy is somebody that is a real racer. And I said this as well about guys like you, him from Madera, California. It's so special looking at Parker Retzlaff from Wisconsin, McCollum from New Jersey, you from the Commonwealth of Virginia, and real race car drivers helping out real race car drivers, but also loving iRacing. I know Kyle Busch didn't have a lot of things to say good about the sport on the simulator. I don't know if he's really using iRacing or not, or something else at Darlington on Sunday night. But what can you say about what iRacing has done to help you out with also your real racing career, Ryan Matthews, and also in closing, thank your sponsors.
Oh man, dude, iRacing helps out so much. Like you said, a lot of some people disagree on that, and I could really argue that iRacing has helped me so much with the real world side, and just learning that consistency, learning how to set up your passes, learning how to race people clean. And not only that, but meeting some of your best friends on here. I don't talk to Robbie a whole lot, but the few times that I have, he's a really great kid, and glad that I can meet him through the service, and all the other friends that I met off here. It's crazy. It's a simulator, but at the end of the day, it's like it's almost the real world. You meet new people. The racing's pretty realistic. You can learn so much off of it. It's a great tool to use if you ever are getting into racing or racing currently. So I get on here every week, and I think it helps me out a ton. And I just got to give a shout out to my sponsors: S&M Auto Service, Pendleton Forest Products, Denise Matthews Real Estate, James River Nurseries, REM Concrete and Seal Coating, Midnight Performance, everybody who helps me out on the sim, Lydic Matthews Racing, Elite Performance Industries, and obviously all of y'all at LSRTV for putting this event on. You know, it's really special, and glad to take it home and donate the money to Robbie.
All right, buddy. Well, we appreciate it. I'm sure that his family, as well as himself, will also be thankful for that as well. Thank you so much. And again, Ryan Matthews, congratulations on your win. Hope to see you down the road.
Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. Hope to see you in a couple of weeks, actually, at the Dominion Raceway, the Smart Modified Tour. We'll be there for some real races. And, of course, he races a lot normally in Dominion, West Virginia, Dominion, Virginia, actually, at that racetrack. And real drivers doing great things. It was a fun time for sure. And when it's all said and done, Samuel, Ryan Matthews probably winning one of the most special events in his career of virtual iRacing. And you know what? I just want to add on the same thing as sentiments as what everyone has all said. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Kennealy family. It could have been a lot more worse than what it turned out to be. Thank goodness no lives were suffered because of this. You can rebuild again. You can build cars again. You can build buildings again, even though they get tore down and burned. And you can find a way to find healing to start over. Just like Ryan Matthews donated his winnings, and I will also take the privilege to donate my announcer fee. I always get paid by iRacing very well from LSRTV and all of our broadcasts. And I, on this night, am also taking my fee. And I am also going to waive my fee. My charge for tonight is pro bono, as they say, Samuel Dyer. And I think it goes towards a great cause, a good friend in Mr. Robbie Kennealy and his family. So tonight's race I am doing on the house. Again, just like all these other great drivers, Samuel, helping out a friend in need. Even though we don't know them, never seen them in person, we have built such a relationship in the last year because of the pandemic, because of COVID, because of social distancing. And iRacing has went into great magnitudes, and it's built friendships along the way.
Yeah, it's been crazy to see virtual communities from the iRacing side, as well as, you know, from the real world, and people that you meet day to day coming together for this great cause to help one another out and trying to help that of Robbie Kennealy and that whole entire family. Like you said, Wesley, happy that there were no lives lost, but it's been great to see the community come together to rebuild, to get the money donated to help rebuild what was lost.
And again, a great event here tonight. We want to thank so many people that made it happen. Thanks again to Reaper Speed Labs and Tom Denchel Automotive Group, LSRTV. And Samuel, that's another thing, bud. It is amazing where we have gone in just the last month with your home for sim racing. We're the only 4K Ultra HD iRacing broadcast simulator for broadcasting than anybody else. There are so many new things, the replays, the multi-cameras, the graphics, and things are just going to get so much more better. And yes, a shout out to my friends Elizabeth and also Arnold. They can't see me. They just messaged me and said, "I see you." Yes, that's just some of the cool things, Samuel, that we are working on right now. And props go out to Jeff Stabnow and, of course, Charles Wooten, Rocket Media. They've done some awesome work here the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it has been a lot of long nights to get everything set up to where we are now. And, you know, big shout out to everyone that has helped put this together. It's been a blast getting to see where LSR TV was at the beginning of the year to where we are now, being the really front runners and trying to just get better and better each week.
Our next broadcast will be coming up on Friday night. Samuel Dyer and myself will be on the call for the playoffs of ARCA. It's the Northwest iRacing ARCA Series. That will be Friday night, 11:30 Eastern Time on LSR TV. Coverage of the ARCA drivers, the up-and-coming iRacing Simulator Development Series. And then, of course, on Monday night and Wednesday night next week, Greg Rent, Samuel Dyer, and myself will be in the broadcast booth for the Northwest iRacing playoffs for the Cup and the Trucks, Monday and Wednesday, 11:30 Eastern Time on LSR TV for the broadcast. You can also listen on CRN, the Community Radio Network. And by the way, speaking of CRN, Friday night, 6:30 Eastern Time, coverage of football between the Durham Jordan Warriors taking on the Clayton Comets. We'll have coverage for you beginning on Friday night. So we'll have that coverage Friday, iRacing here on Friday, and check out all those things that you can. More details at livesimracing.com. Samuel, your final closing thoughts, man. great to raise some money for a good friend in Robbie Kennealy. I've been able to check the chat box a time or two. I've noticed some people put some comments in. I noticed one guy say that Robbie Kennealy lived just down the road from him, and he wanted to be a part of helping out for this. And Cody Knott also said thank you so much to Cody Knott for making a donation. Pulse Poppers, thank you to Pulse Poppers, Cody Knott, and so many others for doing what they do. So Samuel Dyer, we appreciate those that can give a little, definitely could give a lot. We like the kind that jingles. We rather accept the kind that folds, but all that money goes towards that family.
Yeah, great cause to all come together for, and one of the better races that we could have imagined. I don't think either one of us imagined how great tonight's racing was going to be. 3 to 5 wide at times. There might have been a lot of cautions, but it was great racing to watch.
It certainly was, and we thank you guys all so much for watching. All details again at livesimracing.com. And hey, by the way, if you'd like to get involved with iRacing, hook up, get that server, check out the new downloads, iRacing.com. We leave you one more time with the beautiful sight of Irwindale Speedway. What an awesome race this was. It did not disappoint. I've said it once. I'll say it again, Samuel Dyer. I've done NASCAR. I've done dirt. I've done karting. I've done drag racing. Short track racing is always the most fun and exciting in the world, and it was a great time here tonight on the iRacing Simulator as well.
Oh, absolutely. Excited for how tonight went. Thank you to everyone that joined us and helped in donating. Still, the GoFundMe is open if you want to go still donate. And thank you to everyone that has already donated to help out with Robbie Kennealy and the whole family.
Certainly was a good one. Again, that link posted on the broadcast chat. If you want to make a donations, we appreciate it. And we thank you all so much for watching. One more time, we want to thank Reaper Speed Lab, LSRTV for the broadcast, and, of course, also Tom Denschel Automotive Group. For everybody, for more details, go to livesimracing.com, at LSRTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For Rocket Media, LLC, for Jeff Stabnow. Awesome production, as always, by Charles Wooten. The only iRacing broadcast now for iRacing in 4K Ultra HD. For Samuel Dyer, I'm Wesley Outland. Congratulations to Manassas, Virginia, Ryan Matthews, winner tonight of the inaugural Reaper Speed Lab Robbie Kennealy benefit race. Be good to one another. Keep on praying for America. God knows we need it. And we thank you so much for watching and for donating to our iRacing friend, Robbie Kennealy and family.